With it being October and all, I'd figured I'd give my thoughts on a real Halloween classic. It's The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. To me, this is one of those specials that really defines this time of year. Like, I can't officially say it's Halloween until I actually watch this special. Okay, maybe not to that extreme, but I still feel like it's a staple of Halloween. Every year I look forward to watching this special and I always get a kick out of it. But why do I like it so much? Is it mainly because of nostalgia since I've been watching it every single year? Well, yeah, I think a lot of what I watched as a kid that I still watch to this day could just be considered nostalgic and has no real substance to it. But a lot of what I watch still has that charm to it that I think it has a little bit more than just warm, fuzzy nostalgic memories. And this is one of those. The Great Pumpkin is about the Peanuts gang celebrating Halloween by doing all the usual Halloween gimmicks. Carving pumpkins, going trick-or-treating, going to costume parties, awaiting the arrival of a demonic beast god that disguises itself as a pumpkin, and reenacting World War I battles. You know, the usual stuff. Now obviously the main thing everyone remembers, seeing as it is the title of the special, is the Great Pumpkin. Linus swears there is such thing as the Great Pumpkin and that he rises in the pumpkin patch every Halloween. I always thought this was fascinating because, well, Halloween never had an official character to go with it. With Christmas you had Santa, with Easter you had the Easter Bunny, so why not have a character associated with Halloween? That's really clever. We always associate pumpkins with this time of year, so just make it a giant pumpkin that can walk around and give gifts. This seems like a holiday icon only a kid could come up with. Now that I'm older though, I just think it's kind of funny that Linus is so gung-ho about this stupid Great Pumpkin. I've always seen Linus as the most level-headed and intelligent out of the group of the Peanuts characters. I mean, yeah, he always carries around a blanket and such, but still, he usually seems much more in control of his emotions than any of the other kids. But here, he lets this whole Great Pumpkin thing consume him, and even as the credits roll, he won't give it up. It's a little funny, but also kind of sad, which I've noticed is kind of the theme of Charlie Brown as a whole. But there's more to this story than just the Great Pumpkin stuff. There's the other things people remember. You got the kids trick-or-treating and Charlie Brown getting rocks, you got Snoopy reenacting what it was like to be a fighter pilot during World War I, Charlie Brown trying to kick the football and missing, and everything is all happening against this awesome fall backdrop. One thing I've noticed now that I'm older is the colors in this special. I mean, just look at everything, it's freaking gorgeous. I love the oranges and reds and how they pop out in every scene, and I love how the night looks. It feels like a cold fall evening. This special knows how to make it seem like autumn. It's warm and comforting during the day and cold and harsh during the night. And of course, you got the usual Halloween imagery as well that just adds more to that wonderful fall feeling. I especially love the opening and seeing all the different autumn colors. I mean, just look at the orange. God, just look at it. It's so nice. The animation is relatively simple as is expected with these Peanuts cartoons, but it's the colors that really make it more interesting. I also want to give a shout out to the music. I'm actually listening to this soundtrack as I write this, and it's so laid back and soothing. Again, much like autumn. So not only do the visuals get that fall feeling down to a T, the music helps a lot too. So yeah, I love this special, and I think it's more than just nostalgia. I think this is a really solid special that captures the feelings of Halloween and autumn as a whole. It's extraordinarily simple, which I personally think is an advantage. There's no real overarching story, it's kind of just a bunch of the kids doing these Halloween activities for 30 minutes. But it's managed to remain a staple of this season and be referenced in pop culture even to this day. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. It's probably airing on TV at some point, but you know what, just find it online. I mean, come on, it's 2020. I'm sure you could just find it online somewhere.